Welcome to the Freedom Chronicles.
Definitely an antisocial type.
Only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger.
Hi, perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
We got a loudspeaker here, and when we go into battle, we play music very loud.
With a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Freedom Chronicles. I'm your host, Mike Imbasciani. Thank you for joining us in another episode. Of course, we are broadcasting from the Brian Chapman State Farm bunker right here in Southwest Florida. And like a good neighbor, Brian Chapman State Farm is there for all of the insurance needs that you have for your very own bunker. Give his office a call at 941-625-9998 or visit the office at 2040 Tamiami Trail in Port Charlotte. Now, it is officially February, which means Black History Month. And with Black History Month, that means that you fire almost all of the white people around. So Lovejoy has been replaced by our very own Mason Weaver. You like that?
I want to know who made February the shortest, coldest, darkest month of the year.
Yeah.
For Black people from Africa and the Sub-Sahara. You should make August Black History Month.
That's true. Also a miserable month usually because
horrible.
it's usually the hottest. And
Yes.
and it feels like it never ends.
Yes. Every day 100 degrees.
Yes.
But I'm glad you fired my friend. I was seeing for White History Month.
Yes, which doesn't exist.
Black History Month is when white people should feel guilty of things they did not do.
Mm-hmm.
And Black folks should feel angry on things that did not happen to them.
Right.
Welcome to a crazy America.
You were not a slave, and
Nope.
I did not own any slaves. So we are both clean.
I'm clean.
I'm clean.
Good.
I took a shower
The problem
today.
is that we did not push back at these lewd left Democrats who continue to divide us by our differences.
Yes.
You're not unite us by our commonality. If you fill out the census form, there is no box for American.
Right.
You cannot be an American in America anymore.
Well, the best thing, and not that I would know what this is like, just hypothetically, I've heard this. When you fill out a form, when you buy a gun,
Yes.
again, I have no recollection of ever seeing one in person myself.
Gun?
No, the form to fill out to buy a gun. They ask you what your ethnicity is. And the question starts, it's an A and B question. The A part is, are you Hispanic or non-Hispanic? That's the first part. So if you check the non-Hispanic box, then you move on to the B question, which is, well, what are you? Are you, this, that, the other thing? The very last one is white.
But no American.
Right. Well, yeah, true.
No American.
They do ask you if you're a citizen, which is good.
No infringement. Second Amendment, 27 words long, one sentence with a comma. No infringement.
Yes. Yes. Hear, hear. Very true. Well, folks, don't worry. Lovejoy is still around.
Doggone it.
He's just busy right now, and he was unable to make it for the episode today. But thank you for watching the episode. We always appreciate having Mason on as well. And if you're watching this episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've bumped up a little bit on the subscriber rate on YouTube. So thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and then take it over to Rumble, where free speech actually lives, and subscribe on Rumble. And after you hit that subscribe button, right next to that is a little red button that says join. You can hit that button and that'll take you over to our locals community, where you can join the locals community and get all sorts of fancy exclusive content coming right there on locals. And you can use promo code FreedomCow and get 1 month free on locals. Also follow us on Twitter. I need to mention the Twitter more because I'm constantly reposting stuff on there, occasionally commenting. We post the show on there. So follow us on X, for the app formerly known as Twitter, at Freedom Chron Pod. So Mason, what have you been up to? You of course been running the wonderful church services, Revelation Gospel Ministries, every Sunday from the Murdoch IHOP. Anybody in the Southwest Florida area, come out and grow the congregation. We enjoy the time out there. We get a good breakfast, and we hear the word of Revelation Gospel Ministries. But what else has been going on in your world?
Well, I am getting back in the game. You guys know I've been out of the political activity for almost 5 years now. Taking care of my ill wife. She passed away 3 years ago. So I'm getting back into the game again. I have it seems like it's time. Right now we're in a deep, deep darkness. We all see it. Everyone see it. It's not hidden. So what do we do in the darkness? We turn on the light. We got to be bold, upfront, loud. We have to be hated. We have to be a target. You have to do that. So right now I see my country, Democrats have shown you they are capable of anything and everything. You cannot take anything for granted. They're going to try their best to steal the election. They're going to try their best to import more illegals as possible. They want as much illegal activity in this country as possible, as much crime as possible, as much fear as possible. That's what they want. What do you want? If you want your nation back, we got to take over the school system. We got to take over the government, the newspapers. We got to take over the lying Democrats, continue to push the American agenda that has always been right.
Yeah. Well, and a good point you had is stop calling them liberals, stop calling them everything else. They are Democrats, and that's what's on the ballot. People need to understand that. People also need to understand that it's also part of the Republican Party that is a huge problem when you have people like Nikki Haley and whoever is continuing to fund her, who they're not Republican. They do not love this country, and they certainly do not like you out there watching. She is not a Republican.
Her popularity is showing you that we get it.
Yeah.
Her popularity is showing you she's not fooling anybody. Her donors are not fooling anybody, but they want the chaos to continue. And she's going further and further back. But folks, they have a plan. What's your plan? We win every time we show up.
Yeah, and you have to show up. You have to vote. You have to get out and vote. You cannot complain, even in the primaries. If you don't like Trump, which maybe, there aren't many of you out there because
all
Trump
five
is the
of you.
man. Yes, all 5 of you. Again, even Mike Pence got 1,695 votes in Nevada there. I want to know where these people live in the middle of nowhere in Nevada that they didn't see Tucker Carlson rip apart Mike Pence and just Mike Pence destroy himself, that these people still voted for Mike Pence because we want decency in the White House. Give me a break.
Yeah, I want conservative Christian values in the White House.
Yeah. So, Ben, let us bring up picture number 21. This about sums it up, that even when Trump isn't in the race, Nikki Haley still loses to, quote, none of these candidates.
That is amazing.
With 62.9% of the vote. And we have the full breakdown. Picture number 27, please. Where it's exactly that. You have none of these candidates with 24,000, well, at the time. So, that number, 43,000 votes, and Nikki Haley coming in with 21,000 votes. So, and it stayed about, when they had 55% of the vote in, it stayed just about that difference in the percentages. So 60% to none of these candidates. And when those candidates are Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, and Tim Scott, and then other people that you've never heard of in your life, what does that tell you? Who might you say is that person that is the none of these candidates?
Yes.
It's not Ron DeSantis. I believe it is Donald J. Trump.
I want to know how many of those folks voting as Republicans were Democrats.
Yeah. Right?
For Nikki Haley.
Mm-hmm.
She's more popular with Democrats than Republicans.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Now, Thursday, as we're recording this, it is Wednesday the 7th, but tomorrow, Thursday, will be the actual Nevada caucus. The caucus.
Right.
So Trump is in that one, and Nikki Haley is not in that one. Now,
that's so hard.
Which it's funny because it's the caucus that gives you the delegates.
Yep.
So when you have the popularity contest of this primary where Nikki Haley couldn't even win that, now we know Trump is going to win the caucus and get all the delegates anyway. So what is she doing?
Some women like attention. I'm just saying, I heard that. I've never experienced that myself.
How dare you?
Well, one more time, Greta. What?
How dare you?
Greta, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Greta, I'm sorry. Take a deep breath. It's
Yes.
air. It's oxygen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ouch. But yeah, exactly. And again, people want to wonder why there hasn't been a female president yet. All you have to do is listen to Nikki Haley, and it's just oof.
Well, we're going
It's
to have
rough.
Obama. You know,
Yeah.
Michelle, she's going to run. It's going to be great. I
Michelle.
would love for her to run.
Well, again,
I really
we
would.
still wouldn't have a female president.
Well, see, there you go again.
Big Mike, former linebacker.
A linebacker.
Yeah. Ooh.
I didn't
Anyway.
say that.
No, but it's just it's embarrassing. It's ridiculous, and there's no reason for Nikki Haley to still be in the race. And of course, there's a reason.
There's a reason.
But
There's a calculation.
Yeah, there is a calculation. They want to just stretch it out as long as they can and just try to get the vote away from Trump. But no matter what, picture number 15, this about sums it up pretty well too. Trump just keeps slicing and dicing Nikki Haley, and Nikki Haley just doesn't know when to quit. And I think the Republican Party is starting to fully get it too, because Ronna McRomney is officially resigning as the RNC chairwoman, but she's going to wait till after what is it? After South Carolina, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's when she said she's going to be.
What happens at convention? All the delegates come together and they actually decide who the candidate's going to be.
Right.
The candidate running through the primaries get his own supporters as delegates. But what happens if it's just the Democrat convention that Biden drops out because of health?
Oh, on the Democrat side, yeah.
The super delegates, which is made up of congressmen and other officials, they have more leverage at the convention, which means they can handpick whoever they wish in the country to run in Biden's place.
Gavin Newsom.
Watch out for that. That'd be great. Well,
Big Mike.
I support Gavin Newsom. I like to run on California me, California me, California me. Let's do everything you can do to be like California.
Oh yeah, right. You want to pay $8 a gallon of gas. You want to, I mean, Lovejoy was talking about it this morning. I guess the LA river there that's always dry, full of drag races and homeless people. Well, now the homeless people are going to have to move their tents because I guess there's actually water in it right now because of all the rain they've been getting.
I heard Gavin has a nice mansion. They can probably house a few people there.
Oh, I'm sure. Hey, you got,
Sanctuary City.
Let it go. Let it continue. But to wrap up with Nikki Haley, picture number 10, this still about sums it up about everybody stands together agreeing that Nikki Haley sucks. That's one thing we all can agree on. And hey, you're seeing more and more people come out for Trump. I meant to share this last week, but they even got the Goths. Picture number 8. We got the Goths for Trump now. We fully support this. It's not a phase, Mom.
Barack Obama gave us Trump.
Yes.
Biden is giving us freedom. People can see it now. Everyone can see it. It's in your face now. And there's no other country I want to be like. I don't want to be like Argentina or China. I don't want to be like any European country. And people see that we're losing it. They see that our kids are not being taught anything about America. They see our military is full of men with dresses. They see it. They don't like it. And they understand it. And it's time. We're ready just to step up and vote up. But folks, don't get discouraged. You got to show up at the polls or vote early.
Yeah. Vote early, vote often? No.
Yeah, no,
that's the Democrat way.
I used to be one of those.
Oh, yeah.
My days at Berkeley.
Yes. Who's your pick for VP? Who do you want to see?
I think I know who's going to. I'm not going to say who I think I want to be. It'd be nice, though, to have to shake this whole thing up. I think it'd be funny as heck if Trump nominated his son. I think that would.
Yeah, Don Jr.
That would be
like
just.
It. Oh, yeah. Give him a few years. Let him be a senator somewhere first. Maybe
just bring him in.
When's Marco Rubio? When is he gonna be gone? He'll be another 80-year-old before he leaves.
We just have to find. I believe normally the vice president candidate is from a state that you need.
Right.
I think we're beyond that now.
Oh yeah.
We need some strength.
We don't need another Mike Pence.
No, we. I mean, I love Mike Pence. I've supported him in vice president. But he got scared.
Yeah. And he got bought off. Yeah. And to me, again, and this is what I know with you hold your faith the highest in your life, I believe. Right.
Yep.
And that's why, to me, it really makes me upset when you see people like Mike Pence use his so-called Christianity and love of God in this hyper political way, where it just comes across as such a phony,
I think it got personal with
especially
him
when
and
you
Trump.
see the actions
It was
that
personal.
Pence had.
I think Trump criticized him when he didn't follow up as vice president and his duties, and that hurt his feelings. Ego got busted, and I think he put his Christianity aside for that purpose. He may be suffering from guilt on that now, because that is a personal belief and it's strong, and you have to obey God even if Goliath is standing in front of you. You have to obey God even though the Red Sea is in front of you. It's called faith. It's a verb.
Yes, exactly. Ben Carson.
I like Ben Carson, Dr. Carson. I don't think either want to serve in the administration last time. I think he was ready to retire. He had told his wife he was going to retire, and Trump asked him to come in and serve. He did it. I'm not sure if he'll do it again.
Yeah.
He's not a political person. He's a trained doctor. He's a surgeon.
Right. Very smart guy.
Yes, very smart. He wants to do that. That's where his goal is. I think that he may turn that down.
Yeah. Well, then that would mean my option that I would go with if I was Trump. Picture number 6, please, Ben. You have this as the presidential ticket.
Why?
Why Vivek?
Yes.
In my opinion,
Who cares about that? Why?
I like Vivek because, and the reason I think why Trump would pick him is, Vivek did not attack Trump during the primary. There was one thing.
Yep.
Vivek made one mistake. He came out with that shirt that said, save Trump, vote Vivek, with Trump's face on Iowa. I think that was a mistake. I think Vivek is young enough and he understands the Trump America First base. And I think that's very good. And I think that's what helps lead the country forward past Trump. I think it's too soon for Vivek now because he does not have that experience. But I think whether Trump gives him the VP spot or gives him a cabinet position, that will give him the government experience he needs to go into 28 and continue with the MAGA movement, because Trump is Trump is Trump. But regardless, we get Trump for 4 more years. We have to also think past that. And I think Vivek is young enough and strong enough and understands the America First and MAGA movement enough to be that person to lead it past 20.
Good analogy. But I'm wondering, how much experience did Trump have?
All right.
And also, where did his money come from? Follow the money. Who supported him? Who donated in large sums to him? That's why I'm a little suspicious. I don't care about how much expertise or experience he has. As a matter of fact, I don't like experienced politicians.
No.
But I like a businessman, which is Trump.
Yeah.
I like somebody that loves America, and I heard him speak very articulate, very well rehearsed, very well researched. He understands the issues. He did not attack Trump, which is a positive. I still want to know, I fought the money, and I'm not impressed with who supported him, who did financially.
Right. Well, that is a big thing. He's the head of a pharmaceutical company. That's a big problem. But he's saying, well, and just like
He's
Obama,
saying the right thing.
he's saying the right things.
No, Obama told you hope and change. I mean, you got the greatest country in history of mankind. He's going to change it to what?
Yeah.
So I was suspicious of him in the first place, and he hawked his blackness, not his. He had no expertise. He had no experience. He ran as a state senator.
And fundamentally transform America.
Yes, to
and
what?
That was the one thing he actually did.
And you got enough. You got 20 years now of education telling you America needs to be transformed to something else. Yeah. And this guy comes up and he becomes the image of what they want to transfer into. Right now, folks, let's turn it back to what it was.
Yeah, exactly. Which is Trump 2024.
Trump,
That's why you got to get out and vote. Do it. Do it. If you don't do it, then don't complain.
It's your fault.
And it is your fault, because you cannot go get gas, go get groceries, go live your life as a civilian, paying your taxes, living your life without understanding that government is trying to screw you over one way or another.
You put Biden back in office, folks. I guarantee you a couple of things are going to happen. They're going to impeach a couple of those Supreme Court justices and replace them with Biden appointees. They're going to have the FBI raiding your door. They're going to watch over you, and you're going to be a slave again. As a black man, let me introduce you guys to slavery. You want nothing to do with it.
No.
They will train your kids to hate you. They will train your kids to disobey you. Right now, it's illegal for you as a parent to comment on your child's sexuality. Folks, you do not want anything to do with Democrats this next election.
No, exactly. And you're saying they will do these things. They already are.
Yes.
The FBI already is knocking on normal people's doors.
Yep.
Owen Schroyer gets thrown in jail. How long was he in there? 6 months?
Yep.
Maybe almost 3 to 6 months. I don't remember. For being outside of the Capitol area, outside of a permitted rally, and he gets thrown in jail. Why? Because he talks about it.
Yes.
David Morshell, local here in Punta Gorda, gets 3 years in prison because of being an oath keeper, just guilty by association and being in the building in the Capitol on January 6th. Feds do not care, and they will, show me the person, I'll show you a crime. They will do it.
Yes.
Telling you, they will go after your kids. They already are. And not only that, they're hiding it. We had this news. Let me find this real quick. Stephen Crowder of Louder with Crowder broke this morning, but a police report confirms a Columbine-style mass shooting plans were found in a Chippewa Falls, South Dakota student's manifesto, specifically wanted to kill Christians, jocks, and preppy girls with pipe bombs and automatic assault rifles. School district failed to even notify the parents for more than 3 months.
Every time there's a mass shooting, they gain more power.
Yeah.
Every time there's a disaster, they gain more power. They want you to understand. They don't want you to understand. They live off of crises.
Yeah.
They invent them and take more and more control of your life. Americans, get serious about your freedom because you got to defend it.
Yeah. Well, except when it's something like this, when it's more than likely somebody from the Ku Klux Alphabet Clan of the trans community who hates white people and hates Christians that are these school shooters.
Yes, they're okay.
Right. And then the news just quietly goes away, where the police department won't even tell the parents that this went on. Oh, but they expelled the child. And this was in a middle school, not even a high school. We're talking a middle school. And so it's just.
They don't think you have any rights to your children.
No.
They believe the children are theirs. They believe it, folks. If you don't believe it, you better wake up to what's going on. You better wake up and obey your mind and take back control of your government.
Yes. Have you heard, though? Al Sharpton gets it.
Yeah.
He's actually referring to the border crisis as an invasion.
Well, he sees there are new Negroes coming in town now. Take it over. He can lead a march with Hispanics. So
where's my money?
That's right. Exactly.
They're taking my money.
Exactly.
They took her jobs.
Get them out of
here. They didn't have jobs. They took her money.
He's a poverty pimp.
Yep.
And so therefore,
poverty pimp.
He's a poverty pimp. Yeah.
Poverty pimp.
That's his name we gave him years ago, decades ago. And it's important to understand, folks, all the loudness from the left comes at the expense of your money.
Yes.
Every loudness.
And it's quite fascinating. This border crisis has turned into a real problem with Biden because now, again, the black community, they're not getting their money that they want anymore. And Sharpton is saying, you're getting migrants beating up policemen in the streets of New York. You are seeing an influx of migrants all over the country that, frankly, have people outraged.
It's really funny watching liberals squirm.
Right? Yeah.
They create. And by the way, Biden's solution is his problem with the illegal aliens is Trump. It's Trump's fault.
It's all Trump's fault.
It's absolutely. And also lack of money and lack of congressional action. What action do you need? Yes.
If only we had a border bill that passed that also gave $60 billion to Ukraine.
It'd be okay
that also gave billions of dollars to Israel. But it'll help our border. We just got to pass it.
And that doggone wall. We just had a wall or something.
Oh, yeah. If only there was a wall where people couldn't come right through.
It would really help if we had a president.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And not Jules McGee over there.
I'm a senior citizen. I resemble that comment. Think about getting old. Folks, I'm 73.
There he is. Never go full retard.
I'm 73 in a couple of days. And old age is really fascinating. You forget things, but you remember the things that you used to be able to do.
Right.
It's just torture.
Yeah.
I'll pick up my keys, but I remember I used to be able to pick that up without getting down on my knees. It's really amazing I write a book about being old. It's amazing.
What is it? You drop something and you have to think about when you might need it again.
Yes, it's important enough.
Hold on.
Why are you criticizing old people? What's wrong with you?
I'm not doing anything.
You're
I'm
raised better than
criticizing Joe Biden. He could be 130 years old for all we know. The way he talks about things. Oh, back when I knew Napoleon,
Yes.
he was one hell of a guy. He was a little short, but we didn't really hold that against him. Anyway,
Joe.
I tried to sniff him because I thought he was a
The
child,
most
but he was a
misunderstood
grown man.
politician is Joe Biden.
Yeah.
You know he loves us. Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe. Except when he wanted to, we'll take you out back and I'll kick your ass by the dumpsters.
He couldn't find somebody's ass. I'm sorry.
He likes sniffing them, though.
No comments.
No comments.
I didn't say that.
Nah,
I'm your pastor.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
we have too much fun here, folks.
Oh, we do. We do have too much fun. And folks, drop a comment down below. Again, who do you want to see for VP? That's kind of been the discussion moving forward. Ben Carson in the talks, or even Tucker Carlson. We'll talk about Tucker in a little bit, or Vivek Ramaswamy there.
Trump already knows who VP is going to be. He already knows it.
Yeah.
And you're going to love it.
Good.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah.
I may send you an envelope to tell you in advance to show you that I think I know.
Come on, give us the scoop.
I'm not giving
give
you
us the
gender.
Freedom Chronicles scoop.
I'm not going to give you the area. I'm not going to give you experience. I'm just thinking. I'm hearing.
He has.
I've had conversations
thoughts
with people who would know, and
I think he already knows too.
Well,
and it's interesting because Glenn Beck talked about how Trump called him. Trump called Glenn Beck and asked him, well, what do you think about this person? Who do you think I should pick? And I also think Trump would do that with people. He would ask that of people who he didn't trust.
Yeah.
And he would want to know who they would suggest him to pick to make him look at them in that light of, well, maybe that wouldn't be a good idea then. You know what I mean?
I guarantee you one thing about his pick. He's not picking anybody for political reasons.
Yeah, it's all about strength.
It's about this getting the game and going, but it's about getting this thing won.
Did you see people are saying Trump is Elvis?
No kidding.
Yeah. And Trump even is feeding into it, like to piss off the left. He posted a picture. Well, there's this too. I love this one. And it would make sense when I saw him speak live. He played a Elvis video. Maybe he's reliving his glory days, and DJ Donnie T goes out golfing. He's got his little iPad with his speaker. Right. He loves playing music.
You're right.
He's constantly at Mar-a-Lago playing music. Frank Sinatra.
We know what Elvis really is.
We all conspiracy theory of the day.
He's in Mar-a-Lago all these years.
He's been in Mar-a-Lago all these years, and he loves Vegas. He's got the hotel in Vegas, Atlantic City.
Yes, everywhere.
Connect the dots. Yes. Connect the dots.
If Elvis loves it, he has a presence there.
And Trump fed into it by posting a picture of half of Elvis's face and half of Trump's face, and they look quite similar.
Yes, they do.
So there's your.
So you're trying to say that Elvis is Trump's baby. So Trump is baby daddy for Elvis. That's what it is. Trying to break this news.
No, I'm saying
he looks just like him. You're saying
Elvis is Trump.
Oh, okay.
Trump is Elvis.
Okay. You white folks got to tell me what's the obsession you have with the Elvis? I don't understand it.
He didn't want to make you shake your hips.
Yeah. We've been doing that for centuries, folks. I'm sorry. Shaking our hips is.
Well, that's where he got it from.
You gotta dance somewhere.
Anyway, gotta dance somewhere. We're gonna talk about this. Picture number 13. Ronna McDaniel's gone. And so this is the thing. And you see the Grim Reaper is slowly taking out all of the people who are phony Republicans. Mitch McConnell, buddy, you're next. Because what is it going to take? You have the common people, the voters, the MAGA base. That is the Republican Party now. And then the rest of them are all the hierarchy and all of the rats. Picture number 7. And all they are Republicans against Trump. All the people who are backing DeSantis, telling him, you can do it. You can take down Trump. You can do it. You can do it. The ones feeding Nikki Haley all this money, the Ronna McDaniel, and all of these people who are in the hierarchy, the Mitch McConnells in the Republican Party, they need to be primaried and they need to go because they are not MAGA. And if Trump, we want Trump to win, But when you cannot impeach Mayorkas because 4 Republicans, again, so-called Republicans, vote no.
Yeah, I want to explain something to our viewers about how Congress works. Republicans have split districts. Sometimes, some places you'll win a seat in a district that has a lot of Democrats in it, union folks in it,
Yeah.
and you can't be that firebrand you want to be. That's what those 4 were. In this case, it wasn't those 4. It wasn't like that. But you have a problem with Republicans. We don't go there to become one unit. We represent our districts, and a lot of times there's disappointments. But we have to recognize that in those districts that are weak, we have to be in there recruiting. We have to be able to turn the votes around. You got 4 years. You don't sit back and just ignore the people. You go tell them why your policies are good for them, and they'll turn to you. We don't do that.
No, we don't. And that's why you're seeing again and again. And what one of the Republicans said, oh, well, this just doesn't fall under high crimes and misdemeanors. Really? Mayorkas not following his oath of office, being a true traitor.
And lying before Congress.
And not caring about having a border. You don't have a border, you don't have a country. And so if you are allowing an open border with illegal immigrants, not migrants, not asylum seekers, not dreamers.
Yes. How do they change names? They change names.
Yeah. Illegal immigrants invading across the border. I think that's a misdemeanor, if not a high crime, against the country that you took an oath to protect.
And a job to do.
Right. Your job to make sure our borders are secure. So
it doesn't matter about your motivation. You fail in your job, it should be removed.
Yeah, exactly. And once again, the spineless Republicans, let's go with, I had this one, picture number 4, please. Always the Republicans. Babylon B had this. Republican plans once again foiled by Republicans. So we'll see. You think they're going to try again?
No.
No?
No. I think they're going to wait for Trump to do it when he gets in power. Don't forget now, Trump led them. Trump said, don't vote because it's I'm talking about the bill.
Yeah. The border bill.
The border
yes.
bill. Because it was a bad choice. And he stood up and became presidential. Your folks said, wanted to be more presidential. He was presidential before being president.
Yeah.
He led. And they followed.
I love that. Yeah. Everybody's freaking out. Trump is causing problems, threatening these Republicans, telling them how to vote, and he's not even in this. Oh my gosh. It's like they just hate him so much.
You're going to hate him a whole lot more, folks. My concern is we have the election in November.
Yeah.
And he had the inauguration in January.
It's a long time.
What happens? Biden's in power from November to January. What will he do? We know they are capable of doing anything, folks.
Yes.
They've shown you with COVID and Jan 6, they have shown you the ability to do anything you can imagine. And trust me, they will try anything to stay in power.
Yes, they will. All right. Well, that will take us to our music break, folks. If you're enjoying this show, because why wouldn't you be? Mason's the best, isn't he? Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble or on Spotify or listening to us on Apple Podcasts or iHeartRadio or BitChute or anywhere else that you're finding this podcast. Thank you. Subscribe, share it with your friends. That's how you get the word out and talk about freedom. And also be a conversation starter. You can get a cool shirt just like this. Ronald Reagan, evil is powerless if the good are unafraid. And that you do that by letting your voice be heard, by voting. So you get a shirt like this and you be that conversation starter. You be that person to get loud locally with Freedom Cow, just like that. And when people ask you, is that a sheep? You say, no, this is a cow, because I am not a sheep. I am a freedom cow. And you use that QR code right there. You use the link down in the description, and you get loud locally with the Freedom Chronicles shop. Get a shirt, be a conversation starter, because it takes you out there, the viewer, the listener, watching this. Share it with your friends and talk to the people who say, oh, government just doesn't affect me, man.
Wow.
And there's just so much going on, man. I just don't like really listening to it, man, because it's so overwhelming and everything. Well, you know what's even more overwhelming? Being a slave to communism.
Yes.
Right? I'd say that'd be the most overwhelming when you're forced to go out there and eat the bugs and not good things. But that's why we're trying to make some good things happen. And so enjoy this video of my band Mike Imbasciani and his Blues Rockers playing a song called Hurricane. Enjoy.
30 miles on the Gulf Stream, I hear the south wind moan. Bridges getting lower, shrimp boats coming home. The old man down in the corner slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain on a Baltic train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane, come around every June. The high black water, the devil's daughter, she's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane, you come around every June. The high black water, the devil's daughter, she's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. Nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. I was born in the rain on a bunch train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane, come around every June. The high
you go. Little band of heathens and hurricane. Fun stuff.
A lot of talent, man. You got a lot of talent.
Thank you, sir. It's going to be fun. We'll see you on Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, playing Super Bowl Sunday over there at the Twisted Fork in Port Charlotte from 2:30 to 4:30. If you're in the Southwest Florida area, come out and have a good time. So that will bring us to our Patriot and Traitor of the week. Mason just found his Patriot.
My 18-year-old granddaughter decided on her own she was going to go to the Navy.
Yes.
She trained for boot camp. I saw her weaknesses. I told her she was going to flunk the first test of physical, all that. And she decided she wanted to do it anyway because she loved this country, homeschooled. And she's in the Navy now. So I want to give my patriot to the military. That is,
to the real military.
Yes.
The actual troops.
Those guys
that
who are
patriotic.
sitting quietly, taking a government, a president that leaves your supplies in Afghanistan, that allows your men to be firebombed. They're taking it. They're quiet. They're watching us shoot a $15 million rocket at a $2 drone.
Yeah.
And we think that, and they see this and they still are quiet. They're doing their job. They're doing their duty. They're standing strong for America because America is great. And I give my salute to all military. Stand up, stay right. We're gonna support you. It takes us to support you guys.
Yes, it does. Yes. Yeah. True patriots. The actual troops that are still trying, who aren't woke, who aren't the higher ups. It's the base troops. And unfortunately, the military lost a lot of them because they're leaving or they were kicked out because they wouldn't get the jab, or they, I believe they dropped that, I think, of course. But, all the troops.
Pay them to come back now.
Yeah. And of course, our hearts go out and we hope that they are found alive. The helicopter, we just found out this morning, the helicopter carrying 5 Marines is missing in California. How does this keep happening?
I will tell you what I think and what I've noticed. Our military is no longer training.
Yeah.
They're no longer preparing. These ships are derelict. They're broken down. We left all of our good equipment in Afghanistan.
Yeah, of course.
And now we have not given that money. The reason we left it there, by the way, so we can spend money to rebuild and give it to the defense industry so they can give money to the politicians. That's why.
And you just want to buy more equipment when they need to send kids to die in Ukraine.
Our military has not been prepped for war. Yeah. They had no plan. They had no plan in place for what happens if a military got hurt in the Middle East. When those 3 soldiers were killed, there was no plan of action. It should have been done immediately before they went home that night. They should have retaliated. They have no plan because they haven't trained anything.
Oh, because we also have Biden. And when Biden warns Iran of
in advance
who and where he's going to attack, they were all gone by the time they were able to retaliate. So it is dereliction of duty, and some may say impeachable offense as well. But this helicopter, this wasn't in the Middle East. This was in California. Search and rescue teams are looking for the CH-53E Super Stallion helicopter after it was reported overdue on the evening of February 6th, so last night. It is believed to have gone down around 2:30 a.m. near the mountains east of San Diego. The helicopter departed from the Creek Air Force Base just north of Las Vegas and headed to Marine Corps Air Station Miramar.
So they're saying helicopters cannot fly in rain, huh?
Yeah, well, and again, I don't think it's going under any heavy fire in America here. Nope. So something is happening, and it's not good and shouldn't be happening. So again, we pray for these 5 Marines that are missing, and we hope that they turn up alive. My Patriot of the week, I'm going to give mine to Tucker Carlson, a true patriot, because he is a journalist willing to go out and actually do what it takes to get the information. And Tim Pool said this: the outrage at Tucker Carlson for interviewing the president of a country we are not at war with proves what everyone already knows. The U.S., NATO are at war with Russia. Otherwise, his interview would not matter in the slightest. And what does Newsweek come out and say? Tucker Carlson could face sanctions over Putin interview. And that's what the EU is considering. So officials say any sanctions would likely require proof that Carlson is linked directly to Moscow's aggression.
Like Trump is linked to Russia too. Same thing.
Right.
Same people.
So, and not only that, we should not give another dime to Ukraine, because what did they do? Ukraine is calling Tucker an enemy of the state and is on their kill list.
Lord have mercy. So, Joe, what you gonna do? Wake up, Joe.
What you gonna do? I want my ice cream.
The problem is real simple, folks. We don't have a government that's governing us.
No.
They're trying to control. You better wake up. They're trying to control. They want to destroy the power of America. They do not seek a strong America. When the Soviet Union fell apart, Albright made a statement. You had the Soviet Union falling apart. China wasn't rebuilt by us yet. So we were the only superpower. She said, we do not need one superpower. So they went to Russia, they went to China and started building up our enemies because we needed to not be the only superpower. So now we had to deal with these two adversaries that's after us, and we're training with them. We're training their people. They're coming going to college here, and we are building them up. We were still building them up under pretense of not being a dictator. I want America to be a dictator.
Yeah, have the strength. Peace through strength. And the only way to defeat violence is with superior violence. It's what ended World War II. And that's why we lost Vietnam.
Yep.
And so good on Tucker. He's a true patriot to put his own life at risk, to go to these places, to interview these people because he wants the truth to be out there.
And whoever's against him does not want the truth
Exactly.
to be out there.
Why is it?
Yep.
Ask yourself that question, folks. Why is it that people are so upset at people like Trump, at people like Tucker, people like Vivek Ramaswamy, just trying to get the word out there about the truth of what is going on? So I think this interview is going to be huge. Everybody's saying it's going to break the internet.
Sure is.
So I'm very happy to hear that. And of course, we have, I think I have this picture for you too. Picture number 17, please, Ben. Glenn Greenwald. Oh yeah, there's this one. New besties, Tucker and Putin. We'll go back to the Babylon Bee real quick. New besties, Tucker and Putin seen riding bear through Moscow while chugging vodka. But Glenn Greenwald tweeted out, who were the American journalists who conducted even minimally adversarial interviews with Zelensky? Huh? And Elon just with the troll of the year. To be fair, it's hard for them to talk while giving a blowjob at the same time.
I'm his pastor, folks. We gotta talk, okay? Just want you to know that.
It was Elon who said it. I'm just reading it.
Conversation.
I'm just reading it. But no, it's great. But no, Tucker is a true patriot. So who is your traitor of the week, sir?
I've already said that. There's a woman in Congress named Omar.
Ilhan Omar.
Yes, her.
The Somali resident who loves having intercourse with her brother.
She might not love it, but she does it anyway.
Where's
my pass on you? She gave a speech to a Somalian group.
Yes.
And proclaimed her loyalty to Somalia, not America.
Yes.
She claimed
and the president of Somalia.
Yes, she claimed that she is in charge in Congress. That Congress could do nothing without her. That she's there to support their best interests and not ours. She said that. And I want to know, what are we going to do about this criminal, this traitor in our midst? She is telling you to your face, America, they hate you, they hate everything about you, and they intend to control you. What do you intend to do?
Yeah. Well, when she's a representative in Minnesota, and again, it all goes back to Obama, doesn't it? When Obama drop shipped the entire country of Somalia into Minnesota, that's what you get. You get Ilhan Omar. So where that is going on in Minnesota, what are all the guilty white people?
All your guilty white people.
What do they think about that? Do they go, well, no, it's their turn?
Yes, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
No.
What I want to know, folks, I want to know what happened to you white folks.
Where's my certificate of forgiveness? I
need
it on the wall.
But gee, I mean, what happened?
I have mine.
I want to know what happened to you Vikings.
Yeah.
Where are you Vikings at now?
Yeah.
Where's the conquistadors? Where's the English soldiers, what happened? You came here and you forced a new nation. What is going on now? You're allowing affirmative action to tell your behind to sit home or somebody to get a job that you should have had. You're allowing them to put this guilt on you. America, we need white folks to become white folks again and black folks to become black folks again. And let's become Americans again and take our rightful place in this country and this world, which means leadership. Stop the nonsense. It's garbage and you know it.
See what you've done? You've made Mason.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Yeah, that's, preach it, Mason. Anyway.
Let the choir sing.
Yep. But that also goes into my traitor. My traitor is the Republican Party. Again, these 4 Republicans that are weak, spineless little amoebas. They're amoebas. You know why? Because they have no spine. They have no spine. They're little slugs just in their little exoskeletons slugging through life, getting their pensions. The Mitch McConnells who vapor lock every day trying to give a press conference because they're so old that they have the Babylon Bee came out with that back when Feinstein was ready to kick the bucket of their rolling the cart down the halls of Congress saying, bring out your dead, because that's what we have. We have zombies and spineless amoebas in Congress. So picture number 4 again, please. Republican plans once again foiled by who? Yeah, the Republicans. They are traitors to the country because they don't have the spine to stand up for America and admit what's going on. The Democrats are just evil. We know that, but the Republicans have done such a poor job of actually standing up for America. And they're even worse than the Democrats because at least the Democrats tell you that they hate you. The Republicans continue to stab you in the back and yet say, oh, just send us $10 more and we'll get them next time. No. Picture number 9, please, of Elon. This is what we say to you Republicans because you deserve nothing. You deserve to be dragged out of Congress because you have done nothing. So, folks, as we go into November, understand that these people hate you and vote accordingly. Vote for Trump because he is the only person that can put these people in their place and actually get something done.
Our country needs you, America. Our country depends on you. It is completely up to you. If you see the nonsense and tired of the nonsense, it's going to take an action on you. Faith is a verb, not a noun. It's something you're doing, and it's going to be us or nothing. It's up to us.
Exactly. So who you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to root for the team in the red.
For those of you in Wauchula, they're both wearing red.
No, see, I went to Berkeley. I lived in the Bay Area when I lived in Oakland Raider fans. I don't like San Francisco.
Yeah.
I lived in St. Louis Cardinals fans. I do not like Kansas City. So I literally completely do not care who wins a Super Bowl.
And Taylor Swift is a psyop.
Oh, who is she anyway? I thought, who is this?
It's a white person that everybody wants to listen to.
That's why I don't know.
It's a little white girl.
You're the only white friend I have.
I know.
I don't have anybody else.
Ditto, my friend. See, I got video proof.
Oh, it's so nice to be an American. I'm only 1 or 2 in the whole country, I think.
Right.
American.
At least in Florida.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, Taylor Swift is a psyop, and then that'll be fun. This is good news. We talk about the Republican Party and how they don't deserve your dollars. Well, it would seem that the RNC fundraising drops to its lowest level in 3 decades. So as the 2024 election season heats up, new financial disclosure filings reveal that the Republican National Committee is hemorrhaging money, with 2023 being its worst fundraising year since 1993.
But the activists, the guerrilla warriors, I call them, people out there doing things on the side,
yes,
they're raising money.
Yeah.
There's going to be a fundraiser in Naples, California. California. In Naples, Florida here, where it's $100,000 a seat.
Yeah.
Folks, they're raising money. So we are raising money. The party is not, which means that we are in charge of donations and out there in the precinct working.
And that's the biggest point we're trying to get across. Do not settle for the RNC.
Lead. Don't follow them.
Yes.
Lead them.
We all can be our own leaders. So according to financial statements reported by the FEC, the RNC raised just $87.2 million last year, which is still a lot of money. and spent more than $93 million and began quarter one of this year with just $8 million cash on hand and debts totaling more than $1.8 million.
Yes, but that 80 million is still not as much as we're paying for the illegal aliens.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Or the 60 billion they want to send to Ukraine.
Yes.
So good. It's starting to happen. People are starting to wake up more and more. But again, unfortunately, it takes the suffering for everybody to get on board.
Yes. Pain makes you move.
Yeah. Here's a good one. A 74% majority of Republican voters say they support the idea of President Trump being a dictator for a day if he is reelected. So a new survey from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, and YouGov found that 36% of independent voters also support the prospect. Quote, fewer than 30% of Republicans recognize Biden's 2020 election as legitimate.
Wow.
And 3/4 say the House of Representatives should impeach Biden. And this is an associate professor of political science at UMass Amherst and co-director of the poll. He also commented, quote, only 22% support law enforcement efforts to bring those who participated in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol to justice. So that's good. 2/3 believe the sentences handed out to those convicted so far have been too harsh, and 68% believe they should be pardoned. 82% of Republican respondents tell us Trump is innocent of the charges he is facing for conspiring to overturn the 2020 election results. And looking forward, nearly 3/4 of Republicans say Trump's promise to be a dictator on just the first day of a second term is a good idea for America.
I mean, Trump has proven how easy it is to upset Democrats.
Oh, yeah. Look at Fat Fanny.
Just easy. It's folks, we got children running us.
Yeah.
It's time to stop and get back to reality. We know what a great country we are. We know why.
Yeah.
Show up, folks.
And you know what's hilarious as this continues? Surprisingly, 13% of Democratic respondents also said that they would support Trump being a dictator for a day, while 87% said they would not.
So that means they want him to be dictator for a week.
Right.
That's what it means.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Why not? So good deal. Tucker's interview with Putin. I can't wait for that.
When's that
going
to
to
be?
Great. I believe I think tomorrow. I think it's coming out tomorrow. So I'm very excited for that. EU wants to sanction him. Oh, and then you have this. This is good news. Gina Carano. We like Gina Carano. Let's show Gina Carano on the screen. We have that picture.
I like Gina Carano. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I like her hair.
Yeah, there she is. There's Gina Carano. We approve. Anyway, actress Gina Carano has filed a lawsuit against Lucasfilm and Disney with the aid of Elon Musk. So Carano previously starred in the Star Wars spin-off show The Mandalorian, that was on Disney Plus, as Cara Dune from 2019 to 2020. Very good character, good actress. More like an Old West style character, very cool. The actress was infamously terminated from Lucasfilm in early 2021 after the company took issue with a post made to Carano's social media that referenced the Holocaust. The actress announced her lawsuit in a Tuesday post on X, quote, after my 20 years of building a career from scratch and during the regime of former Disney CEO Bob Chapek, Lucasfilm made this statement on Twitter, terminating me from The Mandalorian. Quote, Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable, Carano wrote. Citing the Lucasfilm's 2021 statement announcing she was no longer employed with the company. Carano said the Lucasfilm statement was a misrepresentation of the incident. Quote, the truth is I was being hunted down from everything I posted to every post I liked because I was not in line with the acceptable narrative of the time. Quote, she said, my words were consistently twisted to demonize and dehumanize me as an alt-right wing extremist. It was a bullying smear campaign aimed at silencing, destroying, and making an example out of me. So Elon is teaming up with her and helping to pay for this lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm. So very good. Good to hear.
Good for him.
And all she wants is to be reinstated and rehired on the show.
Boy, they're after us, folks.
Yeah.
Disney has lost so many times, like Bud Light, like Target. They don't mind losing. It's just a game for them. They know they're wearing us down because we're upset and getting worried and get stressed out. While they plan the next attack on us. It's time for us to plan to return to normalcy.
Yes.
Let's return to normalcy.
Definitely. And of course, we unfortunately lost country legend Toby Keith. Died at the age of 62. I mean, fantastic songs. I grew up listening to a lot of his country music. Really enjoyed it. He was battling stomach cancer and passed away on Monday. He was surrounded by his friends and family when he passed. And the statement they released said he fought his fight with grace and courage. And also another true patriot. You're seeing tons and tons of videos come out from veterans that had personal experiences listening and watching Toby Keith on the over 10 USO tours that he did for the troops overseas, including when he was playing on one of the stages in a relatively safe area of the Middle East. An alleged attack was coming in from the Taliban, an airstrike, and all the air raid sirens were going off. They pulled him off stage. He went back on stage and played the Taliban song while the Taliban was trying to attack the base. So a true patriot. We'll miss him. Fantastic artist. And pour one out in your red solo cup for Toby Keith.
Amen.
I think got time for a bottom of the stack. Hang out for a couple extra minutes. We'll talk
Me?
about some more. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, so folks, thank you for watching. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you go buy all of Mason Weaver's books. LeaveThePlantation.org. Check out Revelation Gospel Ministries and go be a conversation starter. Grab one of these shirts right here. Go check out the Freedom Chronicles shop and make sure you get loud locally. Any parting words?
Just get loud locally and stay loud locally and keep these clowns under our thumb.
Yes. They serve us. We the people. From the bunker. Good night, everybody. We'll see you on Locals.
In its hour of maximum danger.
Mike, perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution.
Hi,
to our
good night,
problem.
everybody.
Government is the problem.